Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about the Oracle EXPDP and IMPDP tutorial. Okay, so actually these EXPDP and IMPDP is one of the utility. Okay, so in the sessions we are going to cover from basics to advanced. Okay, so I mean to say in real time, so as a DBA in real time, so how they are taking the backup as a schema level. Okay, so how they are going to take the backup in only for the particular table. Okay, so how they are taking only the backup is like a full database means in object level. Okay, and how they are taking the particular query. I mean to say if example we consider one table. Okay, so we consider I need that only for the export table whoever is getting salary more than 1 lakh. Okay, so those kind of conditions we can apply in our OS level. I mean using that utility we can export the backup. Okay, this is a query level export. So when it's working, I mean when it's help for us. So if when if example any developers want to do any deployment in the production table. Okay, they are going to change anything. So before they're asked as ask as a DBA. So ask a DBA to take a backup of that table, because if maybe going any wrong. Okay, so we can back to maybe we can back to like same state. So we can do that. Okay, so if we have backup, so that's why. Okay, so you hope clear. So in that last session, so we discussed about the RMAN, right? So different EXPDB, IMPDB utility is different. Okay, is RMAN we can take entire database backup. Okay, but the EXPDB we are going to work on only for the object level. Okay, so you hope understand. So when I'm teaching about the table spaces, so hope you understand in that chapter about the what is the object. So and all I will explain already. Okay, so if you have any doubt, so you can go to previous video about the table spaces and come back here. Okay, so now we are going to a session. So I am going to do from scratch, guys, so please be online. Okay, so this is our agenda we are going to cover today. Okay, so first is what is EXPDB and IMPDB, and then a data pump with traditional export and import. Okay, so this is one of the interview questions. Okay, so all the interviews they are asking these questions. Okay, and then a directory object setup. So how we are going to set up our objects, and what is export examples. So I will show you here how to take the export table level or schema level or full table and row level, and I will do some import examples as well. Okay, like how to schema remap underscore sorry remaps, and that how to import the tables, how to import the full imports. Okay, so legacy is not required right now. Okay, so maybe I skip the sessions, but I can add it as well. Okay, in the slide. And last in common errors and fixes I will show you, and real time a demo I will show you. Okay, so this is the definitions of EXPDB and IMPDB. So EXPDB is an export data pump, IMPDB is an import data pump. Okay, so it's introduced in 10G. Okay, after 10G the all are using EXPDB utility only. Okay, EXPDB and IMPDB. So works via server side directly, sorry, works via server side directory objects. Okay. So it is a must faster and flexible than legacy. And before we are using export import export. Okay, traditional. It's very slow. So let's see the comparisons about the before and now. So before 10G we are using EXP IMP. Okay, so this is a traditional export import backup. So that time a very slow, I mean a slower and no network mode and basics filtering and no resumable jobs. Okay, so right now EXPDB and IMPDB after 10G onwards is very faster, and then supports network link and advanced filtering. We can filter about the whatever which column we need, we can take export. Okay, and then this is support resumable jobs. Okay, this is a difference. So this is the flow of EXPDB and IMPDB flow. Okay, so whenever we are going to take any export, Okay, any export we should need some OS level directory, OS level space, okay, to store our dump. Okay, so once we should create the directory in our OS level, okay, then we should assign that locations with, we should create one directory name. Okay, so I will show you the practical, but this is the flow you should know before so that you can understand easily. Okay, so after that, it will we can make it dump file like this name, not like this, so whatever we think, okay, we can do. And then this is our log file, is very important in OS level. Okay, so all our dumps and logs going to stored in our OS level. Okay, and then this is import means, so this will which database is our target. So that target database, the target side, we are moving our dump and we can import it. Okay, so I will show you in the real time. So this is the flow actually, or you just understand. Okay, so what I'm trying to say. And then this is the structures. Okay, this is the directory structures. This is the way we are going to create the directory. Create or replace. If maybe create, we replace means if we create, or else if it is maybe there is available the same name, it will going to replace. Okay, create or replace a directory. Directory name we mention a dbump, a dbump underscore dir, as we provide our OS level files, OS level directory name, OS level path. Okay, and then we providing the grant. Okay, we providing the grant read write directory in directory name to the system files, and then so that we will going to read our metadata. Okay, and then the directories must be existing in the OS level. Okay, so exit, I will show you that things. Okay, and how to export the, export the schema. Okay, so this is the syntax: expdb system slash our system password, and which schema you are going to retrieve. Okay, which schema you are going to take backup. If maybe Ramesh, you have to provide the Ramesh schema. If maybe like a production schema, you have to mention the productions. So whatever which schema you are going to export, you have to provide the command. Okay, and then directory is equal to directory name. So if here you can see in below, dump file is equal to hr underscore schema dot dump. Okay, so here we can mention whatever. Okay, and log file is equal to log file name for our reference. Okay, so this will export all the objects in the hr schema. Okay, object means table, packages, procedures, functions, triggers. So all I'm saying. Okay, and then this is the full database. So this is a syntax: expdb system password full is equal to y. So full is equal to y, it will going to all these schemas. If example Ramesh, Ganesh, Ram, so multiple user is there, so it will going to take all the users, so all the users objects. Okay, this is called full database backups. Okay, it will not going to take the like system data files like this. Okay, it will handle only for the object level. And then this is a dump file is equal to dump file name, log file is equal to log file. Use with the case very useful for full backups. Okay, so if we have the, if we are taking the full backup, so we can restore it from the, if we maybe somebody drop the table, somebody is drop the users, we can make it useful for from this backup. Okay, and export with query. Okay, row filter, I told you right before. So if this example they are mentioned where department id is equal to 10, so what it happen, it will going to retrieve only for that column only. Okay, that row only it will retrieve. Okay, take export, so export only the row matching the conditions. Okay, this is the import. So if maybe we are going to take HR schema, someone is drop the HR schema. So if we have the export backup, we are going to make it online using this command: impdb system password schema is equal to which schema we need to do, HR schema, directory is equal to directory name, and dump file is equal to scheme. When we are taking before export, that same dump file we should provide here. Okay, so that the processor will be going to collect the data. It is going to collecting the data from the export backup, and it will going to import it. Okay, it will actually, there is a lot of procedure is there. Okay, so in real time we can handling like a remap underscore schema, remap underscore table spaces. So these things. Okay, now you just understand the basics. Okay, so in futures, I mean, next class also we can take in more than that. Okay, so this is the I'm saying before. So import with remap underscore schema. So remap underscore schema is nothing but if example one user's name Ramesh. Okay, so there is another name is Babu. Okay, another username is Babu. So if we are going to remove the if we have the backup of the Ramesh schema, so we are going to import the Ramesh schema is going to the Babu. Okay, so this is when they are using these situations, so we can using the remap underscore schema parameters, so it will going to do that all the things. Okay, you see here import the HR data into the different schema is the HR underscore new. Okay, like this. And this is the import replies existing table. Okay, so this command it's going to import the IMPDP system and passwords table is equal to this table HR schema name dot employee table directory is equal to directory name dump file is equal to dump file name log file name. So here there is some parameters table underscore exit underscore action is equal to replies. So replies means if maybe the same data, if maybe that the table is there already, data is there, so whatever we have the inside the dump, so that dump is going to I mean override the table. Okay, so actually see here the table underscore exit underscore actions, there is a lot of uh, not lot of four parameters there. I will show you here. You can see here table exit action option, there is a four. One is skip and one is append and one is a truncate and one is a replace. Okay, the skip is a default one. Okay, it will skip if maybe if the employee table is there, it will going to exit. Okay, it will showing the log as if the table is already exits. Is append means it will add the data to exit the table. Okay, it will not going to do anything, but it just add the data. The truncate, it will delete the existing data and before import and it will be import. Okay, so whatever the new dump is there. Replies means drop and recreate the table. Okay, this is the four stage before we are going to mention. Okay, so this is the real time tips. So I just we are using in regular basics. So we can using the parallel commands, so it will make faster. Okay, the parallel we should providing the based on our CPU. Okay, and always monitor with the DBA underscore data bump underscore jobs and use the compression options. Compress is equal to all is means if example the schema size is 300, so we can use the compress is equal to all, we can get maybe 300 divided by 4, we can get 70-60 GB. Okay, and schedule with crons or the DBMS schedulers. So this is the issues we are facing in real time. This is all the over error. Okay, so I will make a video for all the errors. Okay, so when I get a chance. Okay, so just you can understand these all the issues while we are dealing with the import and export. Okay, so that's it, guys. So now we are going to learn about the practical sessions. Okay, okay. Here I can make it two databases. I will show you here. PS-EF grip pmon. Okay, here I just make it two databases. One is a prod, one is ORCL. Okay, so now I am going to connect the production database. Okay, I'm connecting the production database. Select name from B dollar database. Okay, I'm connecting the prod. So what I'm going to do, I just show something about. I will before I just choose the okay. I'm going to use this path. Okay, so this is the first step. We are going to do the export. Okay, so we need some space before we need to check the size of the OS level. Okay, so you can see here we have a 27 GB is space. Okay, so we can safely we are going to use these locations. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so all the dumps I'm going to store in our /u01 export. So before that I need to create the directory. Okay, in the DB level. Okay, connecting the database. So I just mention export. Create or replace directory name. You can see here, this is a directory name. We can mention whatever here. Okay, Ramesh, whatever we can think. So Ramesh as we can mention that directory name. This is OS name. Where is the OS name? /user01 exports. Okay. So once this directory is created, then we are going to provide the access to the directory. Okay. You can see here what I am going to do. I just provide the grant read write permissions of the directory. This is a directory name to the system. Okay. And same, I will provide the users as well to this user. Okay. Now I'm going to create, I created this user, I believe. Yes. Let me confirm. Test user. Yes, I already created. Okay. So no problem. I already created. So now I am going to connect the user, test user password. So now I am going to create some table. I'm creating already this table. So we can make it an employee table. Okay. Actually, I'm practicing is before teaching. So table is created. One second. Table is created. Okay. I'm inserting some data. Now I'm checking select star from EMP. This is our data. Okay. So I did commit already. So what I am going to do now, I just take export. Okay. I am going to take export of this user. Okay. So the username is test user, right? So I just make this command. You can see here EXPDP. This is the system. This is our password. Okay. This is a schema name is equal to schema name. Okay. And this is the directory. So which we created db, sorry, dbump dir. This is our directory name. Dump file is equal to dump file name. Okay. So here the schema name means what we are going to do. We can mention here. We can say here a test user. Okay. Because we are going to take a schema level backup, right? So that's why. Okay. So once it's enter, it's going to connect our databases. It's going to take our the schema level backup. Okay. To test user backup. Okay. So I believe it will take some time. I think it's small table. So sorry, small schema. See here, there is a two table. Okay. So inside the table, inside the schema, there is a two table. One is the employee. This is the I before created. This is the employee underscore demo. Okay, that is two schema we have a safely exported. So what is the purpose of the we are taking the export? Okay, now I will show you here. SQL plus sysdba, select username from dba underscore user, where username is equal to username test user. Okay, now I am going to drop the user. Drop user username test user cascade. Okay, if you can see here, if I providing the drop, it will not drop because the test user containing the data. So we should provide the cascade. Okay, drop user username test user cascade. Okay, so now we are drop the tape. Sorry, drop the schema. You can check this output. What it's saying? No row selected because we dropped the schema. Okay, if the same scenario in real time, if someone is drop the schema, what we can do? We have the backup, right? We have the backup, export backup we take already, right? So just we can say here EXPDB, just we can say IMPDB. Okay, and same thing, this is our schema name, this is our directory name. Okay, this is our dump file should be the same name. Log file we can change. Okay, like a test user. Okay, test underscore demo log. So just enter. Sorry, IMP. Yeah, you can see here IM. Oh, IMP. You can see here. Now it will going to read our dump. Okay, so it will restore our schema. Okay, so I will show you in real time. The same whatever the dump is there. Okay, so it will going to read our dump. It will going to given to us. See, now we can see it should be the schema is there. Okay, I will show you. Okay, successful. SQL plus classes DB. Where is the command which we provide before? This one. You can see here. We can take the backup. We can restore our schema. Okay, so this is the one of the scenario we are handling. That's why we are taking the backup. Okay, so actually these things is small things, right? So in real time you can see here 1 million rows. It's real time you can see here it will take minimum 1 day. So not 1 day, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours. You'll take some time. Okay, so in real time. So now, so next we are going to do take the export backup. Okay, export in the table level. Before we should change here. Yes, correct. So now we are taking the schema. Before we are providing the table is equal to, sorry, schema is equal to schema name. Now we are providing table is equal to table name. So schema name dot table name. So it will going to read our schema. It will collecting our only for the table. Okay. So I mentioned only for the employee. There is a two table is there, right? Employee and employee underscore demo. So it will going to export only for the employee table. Okay, because I mentioned the employee table. Now what I am going to do, SQL plus slash DBA. Okay, so now connect test user, connect the user, select store from, select select store from okay, so this is the employee table. Okay, what I am going to do, I am going to drop the table. Okay, drop table, table name. Okay, so I am drop the table. Sorry, I just show you here so that you can understand. Connect test user, test 1 2 3, select store from EMP employees. What it's saying, the table is does not exist because the test user is dropped the table. Okay, so how we can recover it? You can see here we have the already backup, right? See here, I will tell you here. This is the IMPDB. This is the login password, username, password. This is our table name. This we take before, backup. This is our directory. This is our employee before we take. Okay. So now we are going to import it from our export backup. Okay. So we took already, right? We took already this employee backup. Okay. So we have the backup. If someone is dropped the table, we can restore it easily by using the import command. Okay. If actually this scenario, we should have the backups. Okay. Without backups, we cannot do anything. Okay. I will show you here as well. Once done, connect the database. Select or from employee. See here. Now we can restore it. Okay. By using the we have the backup, so we can restore it. Okay. So now we are going to learn how to take the backup and how to take the backup of the particular rows. Okay. You can see here. Is it will going to take EXPDB. Okay. This is system password, test user. This is a table name. So what I am going to given here, where query department ID is equal to 10. Okay. So you can see here, department ID, there is a 2. This is one Ravi Kumar and another one is a Kiran Babu, right? So here it should be take 2 rows, correct? So you can see here. So it will going to take the particular column only. Okay. So this is the what I am going to share here today. That's it, guys, to today class actually. Okay, so you can practice it the same way. Okay, so I will providing all the commands. Okay, so you can try to practice in your own machines. So you have any doubts, you can do command sessions. Okay, I will reply on that. Okay, so I hope only one is bending. Okay, so full is equal to y. So we are going to take the complete backup. So you can try from in your machines. Okay, so and let me know in the comment sessions. So we can go to the next sessions in depth about the real-time issues. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. Bye.